go. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all keeping well and I've had another good week. Well, I'm actually filming this. I say having another good week. It feels a bit strange. It's Monday morning and as I said last week, I'm off for a few days aviation photography over in Greece for exercise in Iolcus. I think I've pronounced that right. But yes, lots of countries taking part in the exercise. So can't wait. I'm heading off to Heathrow in a couple of hours. But I was going to do a video on my rallying. When I made the video last week, I said, oh, I'm going to make another video now for next week. It's all getting complicated. And then the game took a big twist on Saturday, so I thought I'll hang on and I'll do a video on Saturday's game. Leeds ended up getting beat and missed the chance to go top of the league. And I'm almost willing them. They've come like my second team really, and I'm willing them to win the league and get automatic promotion. But it's just not happening. And the nerves in the stadium again were really prominent. And yeah, they ended up getting beat. Blackburn Rovers came and gave them such a good game. Sami Smodic nicked a late winner and that I missed incidentally. Had my head buried in the laptop. More about that in a minute, but yeah, and like the thumbnail says, sometimes it's all about dejection, and specifically dejection when the game's finished. You know, it's not all about, I mean, I missed Sami Smodic's goal, and I think I've only seen one, if not two, images in the papers and online of his goal. The rest of it is all dejection and the fact that Leeds lost, and I spent a lot of time looking at Daniel Farke, the Leeds manager, on the bench, and as time was going on, he was getting more and more agitated and more dejected. Got loads of images of him, had one of him used, I'll show you that in a minute. And then Sam Byram, he looked really dejected at full time, and he's an up-and-coming star really, Sam Byram, and he went off the pitch and he was doing all this, got that, and it ended up being used. So yeah, like I've said in past videos, you can get as much as you like in the game, tackles, action, but if the story changes and it's all about dejection, carry on shooting and scan the pitch for lots of dejection and that. And lo and behold, that's all the story was yesterday in the papers and then again today. But anyway, without further ado, let's crack on and look at the set. Right, let's jump into the set then. And it was quite an occasion on Saturday because I'll say ex-Leeds player now, former Leeds player, Stuart Dallas, who suffered an horrific injury I don't know, a couple of years ago now. I think he snapped his femur in two places, I think. Horrific injury, or something around his knee or something. Anyway, he's had to retire. He's had to retire through injury. Just can't play again. So he came on at half time and did a lap of honour around the pitch with his family, which I'll show you in a minute. But front cover of the programme was Stuart Dallas. So as you can see here, wanted to make sure I got that and sent that off. So that was a nice shot. Excuse me. Yeah, so a nice shot. And then straight into the GVs. Just I've been to Leeds that much, it's getting a bit difficult now to get different angles, but just thought I'd bend down and get one of the main stand. They have had this Adidas sign, the seats renewed recently, so they stick out a bit more, so just thought I'd emphasise that a bit. And then walking around the pitch getting GVs, spotted a bag of training balls, bag of the EFL balls, so just manipulated it a bit and moved the ball around a bit in the bag, opened it up a bit so that I got the nice Sky Bet emblem there, and that made a nice shot, just a nice GV again, something different. Headed outside, and I did like these young lads waiting for the fans, you know, keen to see the bus arriving, so that was good. Bus arrives, Farke gets out, they're all looking for high fives, look, which I really love this image actually, it's really good. And then one of him, I've got a terrible cough, excuse me. One of him walking straight at me, which I quite like. I was bent down. And then this was the image that I wanted, welcome to Ellen Road, and got Farke that's just at the players' entrance, so that worked out really nicely. And then Blackburn Rovers manager just making his way in. Back into the stadium again, and there's one or two fans filtering in by now, and I did like these two chaps, just obviously chatting about the game, you know, pre-match, and wondering whether or not he was on his phone. I always say checking the team sheet on his mobile phone. I only guess really, but that's the caption I always do, looking for information on the mobile phone. So yeah, that made a nice GV. And then I nipped back outside again. I was waiting for it to get busy, and just thought I'd do a bit of a slow-mo. Obviously focused on Ellen Road, and then the fans, just bit of a blur really of the fans, a sea of fans if you like, making their way round Ellen Road. Just something different. I'm always trying to be a bit different. Just think outside the box, because sometimes you see these images used, but it makes your set a bit more powerful, you know. But adds to the set anyway. Back in again. There's Sammy Schmodic warming up. Just thought I'd get one or two of him, and then Patrick Bamford, my memory. Patrick Bamford warming up. He's obviously one of Leeds' best players, and one of Daniel James warming up, just making his way back in there. Then we're going for kick-off. Fans form a huddle, usual sort of stuff, and then this pan blur. I got it at it was a 12:30 kick-off, and I got that at 12:32. Look, probably one of the first shots I took of action, and I reckon it's probably my best pan blur of the season, because his face is so sharp. I'm really chuffed with it, and you got another player just coming in to intercept him. Ball's nice and blur, everything else is blurred, and his hand, you can just see his hands, and his body shape's nice, and I say his face is really sharp, so really chuffed with that. Probably my best pan blur of the season, so just thought I'd show you that. Always try and get one pan blur I do. Here we are, Georgino Rutter, just making his way forward, and quite like that with the other player in the air, and a nice clean backdrop. Their keeper had quite a good game, so I wanted to send plenty of him in. As the game went on, he was having a good game. He was claiming every cross, he was punching, he was catching, so I wanted to make sure I sent one or two of him. And he was also doing quite a bit of time wasting. So I think the ball boy was in front of me, and he was rushing about to give him another ball, and he went, "Hang on, you're all right, steady on." And yeah, he was just doing a bit of time wasting, I think, so I sent that in. Here we got Nonto, and I do like this. Lino here, checking that the ball's not going to go out of play. He's mid-air, look, he kept the ball in, and yeah, I quite like that frame, something just a little bit different. Follow the players wherever you can, you know, even if you think the ball's going to go out, because sometimes they'll keep it in. Nice shot. I think all that happened here, he was quite animated. I think one of his players just won a tackle, and I just happened to be on him, and he gave a nice fish clench and sent that in. Nathan Ampadu, I was willing this ball to go in. It went over the bar, but that would have been a lovely goal shot, that would. But yeah, over the bar for that one. Same again here with Gruev, Ilya Gruev, over the bar again. It just wasn't happening for Leeds. Another punch out, look, he jumped and cleared another Leeds corner, I think. He cleared that. And then I'm all the time as the game's going, and what we're looking at now. So we're looking at, I think we're just into the second half, perhaps 1:15. Could be the last few minutes of extra. I think there was only 1 minute, so I think this could be last minute of extra added time in the first half. And Farker's getting really, really obviously dejected. A lot of noise, a lot of reaction, and this is the one that ended up in the paper today in the Times. So I was chuffed with that. And, you know, it's not even action on the pitch. It's action on the dugout. You know, always keep an eye on the dugout and get lots of manager reaction, because he was tearing his hair out, and obviously it leads to a story and a bit more reaction, look, dejection, however you want to put it. But I was just hosing Farker down best I could, and even got his eyes closed there. Like, here we are, then here's half time, and here's Stuart Dallas coming onto the pitch, and nice sign there for Stuart Dallas. I just thought I'd shoot that, and then just hosed him down, walking around the pitch really with his family. A lovely occasion, and such a shame that he's had to retire. Heck of a player. But yeah, just lots of interaction with the fans and that, and applauding, and thought I'd better try and get a wave, which I got. And I got a couple of waves, look, and that's it, into the second half, and I was willing this shot to go in, but you can see, look at the keeper here, he managed to palm it out for a corner, and it bent right. I've got a full sequence, but I didn't save them all, but it bent right and landed about here, and the keeper had 2 or 3 steps, and he managed to palm it away, but I was wishing that would have gone in as well. But more of keeping an eye on the dugout, more of Farker, and then there was a goalmouth scramble. And look at these players here. You've got Rodon here and Roberts here. Goal line clearance. Number 9's getting up. Mellier's not even in the picture, look. And he just managed to grab the ball. This player just tapped it out his hands. And anyway, they got away with it. Still 0-0. And then I saw this. I think there was a substitution or an injury, and Daniel Farke called Archie Gray over. And it was that image that I was sending when Sammy Smodic tapped in the goal. But, you know, I've seen lots of images of this. Farke always chats to one player in particular and gives them instruction, and I was quite happy to get that. And as you can see, Archie Gray got his hand over his mouth, and there's the goal, look. But it's all over the shop, look. I did send it, but Sammy Smodic is really soft. The ball's here, and because it was like, oh no, and I went up and got it, but because I'm not purely focused on anything really, he was soft, and I was so frustrated. So always, but I've watched it back on telly, and it was a goal kick, straight to one player, control, spin, cross it to Smodic. He didn't even take a touch. He just tapped it straight in, and it was so quiet. There was nothing. The fans were quiet. The stadium was quiet. I was sending that picture of Archie Gray and Farke off, and bomb, bomb, bomb in, and it was like, oh, I can't believe it. And he ran off to the far corner, as you can see here. Ran off to the far corner. I've got Melier on his knees here. Look, he ran off to the far corner, hidden behind the goal net. Didn't get any sort of celebration, but the lad that assisted him, that trapped the ball down from the keeper and crossed it, he celebrated right in front of me. So I did get something of him, and then his teammates come up and lots of celebration. Then I turned into the crowd because I knew Sammy Smodic was still in the corner celebrating. I wanted to grab as much as I could, so I went into the crowd, got some of the Blackburn fans going absolutely mental. Look at him with his top off. And then Sammy Smodic did appear from round the back of the net in the corner. Didn't get much really, but quite like that. Keep your heads, lads, you know. So managed to send something off for Sammy Smodic. Got his teammates celebrating in front of me. So although I didn't get the goal, always keep an eye. Don't get stuck in your laptop. I just got caught out just for a split second, but that's all it takes, as you know. So, you know, even if you're in the laptop, always just keep checking. Every 5 seconds, always check. I was just so intent on sending that off. Don't know why really, editorial, but yeah, just didn't quite get it. But it was so fast. I don't think many guys did. But there's Melier with his eyes shut, lots of dejection, and then things were getting quite tense. And as you can see, players having a bit of a set too. Smodic on the ball. Once he'd scored, I just wanted to get as much of him as I could. You know, concentrate on him a bit. So lots of him forward, controlling the ball there. Look. The ref was having a bit of a stinker, to be fair, so I wanted to send a few of him in as well. More of the dugout look, so I've got him looking down, nice bit of dejection that, and then he did the old, I'm sure they do it for us, but he just did this, got that, and it's, you know, that was nice. Got that one there. That one appeared in one of the papers yesterday, I think, on Sunday. So, yeah, managed to get that. I was just hosing him down because at this point, what we're looking at now, nearly full time, look. He was at his wit's end, I think. Just couldn't score. They couldn't. And then to top it all, his assistant coach, assistant manager, I think it's Christopher John, got a straight red card for dissent. He must have said something to the fourth official who's here. Look, straight red card. He got sent off. So I got a nice bit of reaction there. Although I was saying to one of the guys, I don't know if they make the cards now. The referee's cards are shiny because you can't really see that that's red. But, yeah, straight red card for his manager. And then full time, and I got Sammy Smodic here. I kept my eye on the bench for full time. I got him shaking hands with the fourth official. But I think he'd had a bit of a set-to with him earlier on in the game. And, yeah, he was shaking hands with the fourth official. But he was celebrating with the bench. Then he came over and was just applauding the fans. And then I wanted a bit of dejection from the Leeds fans and managed to get these few bits. And back onto the players, they came all, like, because I was in the corner where the Blackburn Rovers fans were, they all came across and was cheering and geeing on. Back onto the pitch for a bit of dejection, nice bit of dejection there of Patrick Bamford. And then that's the Sam Byram image that's used in today's papers. Say he's an up and coming, he's a great player. And he came on late, and obviously Farke was hoping he was going to make the difference, and he just didn't. So just managed to get him rubbing his head, that's all it was. But you freeze frame that and it looks like, oh no. So yeah, I've said in the past, you know, anything like this, you can freeze frame it and it looks like good dejection. And then elation from the Blackburn Rovers manager. And that one to finish off. back in, there was still some fans hanging around. So once the Blackburn Rovers fans had gone, and I got him celebrating towards the fans, I went back into the Leeds fans, and these were having a right set to, these three lads. They were furious that they'd got beat. And this chap here, bless him, look, he looks totally fed up. What have I just watched? And then back just to finish the set off with Blackburn Rovers fans. This girl here and his fans just cheering the football players as they went off. But and then here's the Sam Byron from this morning. So if we go back to the image, where is it? There it is. Look, they've obviously cropped it in, but that's the image there, and then there it is there, used with that one. And then that's the Farker image that was used this morning, the Dejection. So all the what's going on? So yeah, chuffed to bits with that. But look at him, bless him. I don't know. And of course, all the Blackburn Rovers fans were singing, Leeds are falling apart again, which I don't like to hear that. But so they think they're third in the league at the minute. So at the minute they're in the playoffs. So flipping out. I hope so, because hopefully I'll be able to get a few Premier League games over there, you see, because Leeds are my local, really. But anyway, we shall see. Right, well, that's that set done. I'm at Mansfield tomorrow. It's so confusing because it's actually Monday, but you'll be watching this on Friday. I'm at Mansfield tomorrow. Looking forward to that. It's a nice ground to work out at Mansfield, and always made to feel welcome there. And yeah, job's good. And let me know where you are in the comments below. Do post any of your work on the photography chat page. It's always great to see. I don't always get on there start of the week or whatever, but I do, like as much as I can. I don't always comment on there, but it's becoming quite a good group now, and there's lots of sport photographers on there. It is sport heavy with the odd bit of landscapes and that, and yeah, it's a nice conversation on there. So post any of your images on there from your game. Let me know where you are this weekend, and yeah, job's a good one, guys. Thanks ever so much for watching. Have a great weekend. Take care. Catch up soon.